Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the 3rd leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. A good run by Chubb on 1st down as he'll get about 6 yards there. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
The Browns opted not to pick a running back with their first 2 selections at number 1 and 4 in the first round, but they circled back in the 2nd round and got a really good one to Nick Chubb out of Georgia. Broke off a nice run there, and that's where he's good. Good vision, able to see where the hole is, and make nice gains each time he touches the ball.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Mayfield. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Check safety. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Let's go.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
After the interception, here's Wilson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
I think this one comes under the heading of sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because you and I both know coaches go crazy seeing their quarterbacks roll out, in this case to the right side.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside. And he'll go down in the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Damian Ratley, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. No problem there on the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. A 5-point game now, as here comes the kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. And they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away. It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
It's 3rd and 7.
180. 49's the mic. 49's the mic. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 49. 49, guys. Mike. 49. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hurry. Let's go. Right here.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Run.
Now Mayfield. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Mayfield now. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Ezekiel Ansah picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
On the Seahawks 16-yard line.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield to throw it. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. The Browns on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and goal. It's caught. Beckham. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Check 26, check 26. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's Wilson. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks. Wilson now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10 from the shotgun. Wilson. Short throw to Disley. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
To throw is Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 15-yard line. Wilson now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. 7 yards there and a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Throwing on second and long. Mayfield looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
To throw, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Might want to remember that third down play, 37 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. And this is taken in at the 5. 36 yards on the play. Now that's 2 big catches that he's had on this drive alone.
And I can hear it right now. If they give up a third to him, whoever does that, go stand on the other sideline.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. The extra point up and good. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 27 yards there, a first down. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
He's got his man on the crossing route. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Wilson now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 3rd down. Wilson will throw again. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Regular.
Now Mayfield running left on the option, and they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Sometimes luck is all you need. That was not even the intended receiver on that play.
Well, Johnny on the spot, though.
Yeah, and it turned into a big play for those guys on offense. They'll take it each and every time.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joe Schobert in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. Now it's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
First down, Seattle.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 31, Wilson. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl quarterback Denzel Ward. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Flushed it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Mayfield looks to throw, eluding the pressure right. Going deep, and that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently, so that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Tighten up, tighten up. Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Wilson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, 1st down Seahawks.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Gets it to Gordon. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Let's go, let's go. That's how we do, D.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Wilson. This is caught. 22 yards there, a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on-knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. His pass caught at the 4. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Baker Mayfield, as a rookie, 3 times he led the Browns back to victory in the fourth quarter. What can he do here in year number 2? A run for Nick Chubb. And fights through one man. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Tighten up, tighten up. Check your hot read.
Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Ziggy Ansah able to record his 5th sack of the season. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd down and 12. Mayfield off the play fake. And this is caught. He hits Landry. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, wahoo!
49, guys. Mike, 49. Here we go.
Mayfield on play action. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
He's checking. Crash.
Point it right. Kings!
Check.
Run.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. It's caught by Davis. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Point it right.
49 to Mike.
Hurry!
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Mayfield. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play that time for Cleveland. 43 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty. He may try and run for this. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. And now he'll tuck it and run. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so...
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Baker Mayfield with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. On 1st down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
He'll find Metcalf. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down.
They got the completion. Now, they probably had 2 plays called in the huddle, so they've got to get to the line of scrimmage, get set, and run their 4th down play.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
25.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Olivier Vernon. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And again, it's Chubb. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
180. Real.
54. So we got man.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. The point after is good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
42, Seahawks 38.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1.
Let's go, baby.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Browns, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the